What's up, everyone? Mark Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Man, it's been a hell of a week. So I flew to DC, went on Timcast IRL, and that was one hell of a time. If you guys don't watch Timcast, he is probably one of the top 5 non-left political podcasters there is. And I've been on the show, I believe this is my third or fourth, and every time is great. You fly out there, you know, they treat you like royalty. You go to the studio, you film, go back, and I flew out. It was literally, the trip was 24 total hours. I flew out Monday afternoon, arrived back home Tuesday afternoon. And it was such a good time. And the topics we discussed, and by the way, guys, we are live. So if you are here right now, feel free to ask any question you want, whether it's related to this, whether it's related to your personal diet, personal training, whatever it is, I will answer all the questions you have, whether it's about a topic, you want an opinion on something, the Olympia, you name it. I will do my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability. But nonetheless, I wanted to kind of go over and play a little clip from Timcast IRL, because we talked about some things you don't normally talk about, and that is how hard it is to run a business. You guys got to realize only 6% of businesses make it. You got a 94% failure rate. And the deck is stacked against you, from regulations to taxation you didn't understand, to class action lawsuits, which a lot of time are frivolous as F. Okay, we can go into that, we can go into other things, but the beauty of what we talked about is not only were we talking during the Democratic National Convention, which gave us some really good topics to talk about, because you can make fun of people while they're talking, but it also allowed us to delve into a lot of the substantive issues that people are voting right now, and it's the economy. And when you look at the economy, the fact that they want to tax unrealized capital gains taxes, the whole tax the rich thing, I think it's something that we need to really discuss, talk about, and learn about, because a lot of people just don't know it. A lot of people don't understand that as an S Corp, you get taxed on inventory. So you might actually pay yourself 50 grand, and you might get taxed $200,000 for assets that you need to sell in the next year to even stay in business. So the problem is, a lot of Americans, it's not their fault. They don't teach this in school, and a lot of adults don't know it. And if you always work for someone else, you might not see the nuts and bolts of what it takes to run a business. So it's great to have that opportunity to talk about running a business, talk about how to successfully run a business, and also dive into, you know, political issues. Like, for example, we talked about at the DNC how they literally had a food truck. Literally, like, it looked like a food truck giving people vasectomies and abortions. Like, these are things that we need to discuss. And I like getting outside of the fitness world. And honestly, long-term, fitness world is probably, it's always gonna be a part of my life. I'm always gonna be a bodybuilder. I'm always gonna train. I'm always gonna eat right. I'm always gonna push myself. It's what makes me tick. And to be honest with you, when I go outside, when in the professional world, when in big meetings with big companies, big boards, you know, just being muscular, just being different is a point of differentiation, which makes the brand of Mark Lobliner stand out. And in business, you want to brand yourself. So a lot of you guys just see me, you know me from YouTube, my videos going boom, this and that. Speaking of videos, before we get further, I'll pin this in the comments when I'm done, but I actually have a new channel, and I've explained this before. So what the algorithm does is, I've started this channel's been around since 2009. I started filming videos and being the channel in 2011. In 2011. So that is literally 13 years of videos. So people who subscribed to me back when they were in high school or college, starting their fitness journey, wanting to learn about training techniques, wanting to learn about diet, training, supplements, all that stuff, those guys have graduated college, they've moved on, they have a family, and they're not spending their time watching fitness YouTube. So a lot of my subscribers are gone. So what happens is, because my subscriber view rate is so low, because a lot of those guys aren't even on YouTube anymore, the algorithm is suppressing me. So because of that, I started a new channel. I want you to go there right now. We're almost at a level we can start getting real views in the algorithm. We get monetized. We need to get 4,000 total hours of viewership, and we need to get 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I think I was at like 990 this morning. Just need more people to watch. We have a new video coming out today about the feud between Mike Israetel and Greg Doucette. That's going to be a banger. It launches at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The channel is Lobliner TV, youtube.com/@ Low Blinder TV. You got to put the @ sign. So YouTube will no longer let you get URLs. The URL has to have the @ sign in it. I looked it up. There's no way around it. It's youtube.com/@lowblindertv, youtube.com/@lowblindertv. Take a little break right now. Go into your YouTube, type in youtube.com/@lowblindertv and subscribe. The videos are going to be bangers and bangers and bangers and bangers and bangers. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's watch this clip. And I want to talk about this clip. Because this clip, I've actually extracted a few clips. And honestly, I think the show went amazing. Looking at the show compared to the other shows, my views are at or higher, except for the ones with really good titles, like this one with Elon Musk in the title got like 600 something thousand. We're approaching 400,000. So I want you to go to Timcast IRL, watch my episode, comment on it. Make sure to boost that thing up because honestly, I want to be a regular on that show. I love Tim. I love going on the show. I really love it. So if you guys do me a favor, go watch Tim's podcast. It's Timcast IRL, and it is the live from Monday. It is the live from Monday. So please go support Tim, and whatever Tim sells, buy it, because Tim's doing a great thing for the economy, a great thing for society, and he is helping to change culture for the positive. Love Tim like a brother. I would take a bullet for him, and I mean that. I know him on a personal and on a professional level, and he is a legit guy. So whether you agree with his opinions, his approach, whatever, Tim is an awesome dude. I will go out on a limb and say that. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care, whatever it is. I love Tim Pool. He's a great guy. Every interaction I have with him, he's always been gracious. His staff is the best. A dude who drove me to the show was just an amazing guy. Got to know him, got to know all about him. I get there and it's like family because I've seen these guys before. We have hugs. Like, these are good people, good people. Again, it's Timcast IRL. Let me play this clip, guys. If you're in the chat or if you're on the Twitters, oh man, Alan's going live right now. Well, that's good because honestly, this one's more for YouTube. So my YouTube following is way different from his. So we're all good. We're all good. And honestly, if you're watching mine, watch Alan's later. If you're watching Alan's, watch mine later. You can always do both. You just can't be live. The good news is it's not going anywhere. By the way, guys, how do you like the beard? How do you like the beard? I'm going to play this clip, and I want to get y'all's opinions, okay? Legal fees. You got to understand, you have. All right, you ready? I'm going to start it. This is about a company. Just a clip. And yeah, also Tim's channel, subscribe, just donate. It's like $10 and you get to watch all the after shows where Tim and everybody else curses like sailors and talks about stuff we can't talk about on YouTube. So I highly recommend that you spend the $10 a month and you subscribe to Tim. Just become a member. It's cheap. It's awesome. Cheap meaning inexpensive. It doesn't cost a lot. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. I want you guys to watch this. Let me know your thoughts. You got legal fees. You got to understand, you have to dedicate, you could probably speak to this as well as me, at least 10% budget a year to legal expenses. At least. We're getting class action lawsuits out of California. You ever see those Prop 65 warnings? Mm-hmm. Those aren't because it's literally, it's on everything. It's on furniture. Right. It's on, and the reason you have to put it is because if you don't, even if you have passable levels, they'll sue you anyway.
Now here's the best part. Let's say you end up selling, it's $1 to make the bar. You've got to cover insurance, legal, all of these things. So you're like, we're going to do $2, and that's going to give us
$2 is fair. Yes.
$2 is fair, and that's going to put 10 cents per bar profit.
Mm-hmm.
Profit.
Yes.
Then you sell a $2 million package, and with that profit, you get all these protesters being like, how much money did he made 5% return on all those bars sold. And what people don't realize, how much of that profit has to go into the bank to actually sustain the business's operating costs. Outside of the cost of producing, you have to have, I would say, you want 6 months to a year of operating minimum available. So you make a profit, and you're like, now with this profit, I'm putting it in the bank. Because if you are running on, let's say your business, let's say Microsoft or something, they go, or no, Amazon made $5 billion last year. Okay, how many warehouses do they have? How many employees do they have? And what's their monthly operating cost? Let's say their monthly operating cost is $300 to $500 million. And that's what they spend outright every month to maintain the entire infrastructure. They can't have zero in their bank and live paycheck to paycheck. They make $5 billion. They say, we're going to keep $3 billion in the bank as cash on hand so that if we get a downturn one month and our revenue dips below our fixed operating costs, we don't go out of business. Then you get these Democrats being like, they made $5 billion in profit. We should tax them on it. And they're like, okay, now we're down to now we're down to $3 billion. So we've got just shy of a year emergency operating costs. We're hitting a recession. We're not going to be able to cover our fixed operating costs. Layoffs. Now we're going to lay off 10% of our workforce.
And they already do.
Yep.
If you have an S Corp, they tax you on inventory. So if I pay myself, and this might be a real thing that happened, if I had a decent year where I'm able to scale, grow, and launch new products next year, let's say I pay myself $50,000, yet I have inventory. I might get a tax bill for $200,000 to $300,000 personally, because in S Corps, you're taxed both on the business and personally.
Yeah.
This is the worst. I don't know how other countries are, but it is almost impossible to run a business and to scale, and 94% of businesses fail. The government wants you to fail
because they want Amazon and Walmart to succeed.
Bingo.
Actually, I think Milo was talking about this in the culture war, basically saying that entrenched bureaucracy makes it impossible for small businesses and the individual to navigate the legal system. Walmart likes it when new regulations get in. Facebook likes it when new regulation gets in because they have the billions that they can spend on legal to navigate this, and the small guy can't compete. So it basically locks them in and boots everybody else out.
That's why what we've been saying, it's easy to do your Amazon, this and that. That's why, I'll unabashedly say on X, I'm like, hey, support tigerfitness.com. Like, it's friggin' tough out there. We're going up against Amazon. We're trying our best, but at the end of the day, the system is working against small businesses. So if you want to build this parallel economy we're talking about, invest in what you're doing, your coffee shops, your coffee, everything Tim sells, everybody who comes on here who you think is cool, who you agree with, support them, buy their books. Because at the end of the day, man, by percentages, just by percentages, only 6% of us are going to make it. So we need to support each other. That's what it comes down to, because the system is rigged. You got legal. What do you guys think? Think I did a good job on that one? I think watching it back, I think I explained myself quite well. I have other clips to share, but I'm going to get to the chat real quick. I've budgeted out at least 45 minutes for this today. I would like to do daily lives. I wish I could commit to a time. However, with my life and the way it is, I don't know when my calls are going to be, so I'm going to try and fit these in between calls. I just happen to have a gap until 12 noon Central Standard today, and then I have to do about 15 minutes of meeting prep. Oh, here's one, completely off topic. Guys, this is why you watch me. Does raloxifene burn chest fat? So raloxifene is a aromatase inhibitor, much like Nolvadex, but one thing about raloxifene is that it has this ability to decrease gyno. And Derek at More Plates, More Dates has talked about it. Alex Kickle has talked about it. And I always had a little bit of gyno in my left nipple, a little bit. And people used to always comment on it. When I was a teenager, I was fat and I had a concurrent increase in estrogen when my testosterone hit during puberty. And so that's Tim texting me now. That's why I looked over there. So what happened is my estrogen went higher and I got a little bit of gyno. I was overweight. I was a fat kid. I was an offensive and defensive lineman. So I took raloxifene. And again, I'm not a doctor. Do not take my advice. So I got raloxifene. And I took 50 milligrams. I think it's milligrams or micrograms. I can't remember if it's milligrams or micrograms. Forgive me for that. So I took raloxifene at 50 milligrams for 2 weeks. And then I took it 25 milligrams thereafter. And when I competed in New York Pro, there was no sign of any gyno. It looked perfect, except for just normal age-relating sagginess. Like I'm 44 this year. So raloxifene, if you have gyno and you don't want surgery, in my experience and in many others' experience, it does work very well. Again, I'm not the only one to talk about this. I got a lot of my advice from Alex Kickle, but I also noticed that Derek from More Plates, More Dates. By the way, shout out to Derek, great guy. Love that guy. I've had a few conversations with him. Derek is real. I'm really happy for his success. He has his pre-workout in Walmart, but you're not going to buy it from Walmart. You're going to buy it from tigerfitness.com. Let me give you a coupon code so you can save on everything. Coupon code NEW. N-E-W-N-E-W. Coupon code NEW. N-E-W-N-E-W. Like I said in that, we need to support local business. We need to support people we love. We need to not support people we hate. And that's what we need to do. So support me. I love Walmart. I'm not going to lie. I shop at Walmart. I might do business with Walmart in the very near future, but just a heads up on that. We're in talks for Planta. And I need you guys to understand this isn't me crapping on Walmart. This is me telling what it is. And I also went on in Tim's show to kind of defend Walmart. They're one of the best people to work with too. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to my good friend Alex Kickle, who's helped me and my family more than I can describe. Been following ever since around then. David, you are a true OG. Thank you so much for still being here. Intermediate strength, mid-30s, can get to the gym 2 to 3 days a week, currently full. John, I have no idea what context this is in. If you could expand further in the comments, that'd be great in the chat. Mark, you are lifestyle. This is the one I answered before. Okay. You did a great job on Timcast IRL. Thank you, Greg. Damn, I'm an OG subscriber and still watch because I'm fat and divorced, have time on my hands again, LOL. Well, Adam, it's time to get unfat because bitches love muscle. Okay, dude, I'm telling you this. So look, man, I'm married, extremely monogamous. So monogamous, my wife and I don't usually have sex. I'm just kidding. It's a married joke. It's a married dad joke. So I was walking through the airport just in my work clothes, right? Like I usually wear really nice shorts or pants and either a V-neck or a nice shirt or a polo from Lululemon. And multiple women, one was a younger girl, came up to me and said, wow, I really love your muscles. This is at the DC airport, Dulles, yesterday. And then I'm getting on the bus at Dulles. They have this stupid bus that takes you to terminals. You can't figure out a tram. It's 2024. And this older woman, she had to be like in her 50s, probably my age. Yeah, whatever. She goes, wow, I love your muscles, like that. And I'm like, well, thank you. I'm just going to say being jacked is not going to hurt your ability to get women. So if you're divorced, now's the time to get in shape. Not only will it make your body better, it'll make your mind better. So you'll spit better game. Hey, here's a pickup line. Ready? Watch this. Baby, you make my heart beat. Oh yeah, tell me they wouldn't swoon over that one. All right, check it out. From Greg, you need to watch the Uncensored After Show. Went there, absolutely. If you sell a bar at a store, do you get a percentage of each bar that is sold? So it's a pretty simple deduction, right? So let's say the store wants to make 40% and they want to sell it at the wholesale, right? So let's say the wholesale is, let's make it easy. Let's make it 10%. They want to make 10%. I don't feel like doing math. So let's say the sale price is $20. I would sell it to them for, what is that? For $18, and they'd make 10%. And my cost might be 15 to 16, assuming, right? So that's how it works. So once you sell your product to the company, they own it. They can return it depending on your contract, but you don't it's not consignment where I'm like, okay, I'm going to just ship a bunch of bars to Walmart and they're going to sell it and send me a check. No, I sell the bars and then they sell it. So once they buy it, they own it. It is their property. After that, we don't talk about that shipment. We move on to reorders. If that didn't explain it well enough, I can try and do a better job. Okay, from Cayman Kinley, you're no better. If you had the opportunity, you'll be worse than them. I have no idea what that means. I would like to think worse than who? Big business. I mean, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of bad things and I haven't done it, but I really want you to extrapolate. And if you want, I could send you a link and you could come on live with me and we can discuss this. I would love to discuss it. I will put the StreamYard link in this if you want to. Just give me a heads up. I definitely notice people treating me better now that I'm down almost 50 pounds. Dude, people like good-looking people. They like muscle. I don't care what the weak-ass betas say. People like muscle. Women love muscle. It is what it is. Loving the Superior Hypertrophy program so far. By the way, superiorhypertrophy.com. That is superiorhypertrophy.com. The book is free. It's absolutely free. Just go get it. It's free. Superiorhypertrophy.com. I feel a lot less worn out after workouts compared to previous program. PRs every workout. Man, I'm hitting PRs. I'm looking my best ever. I've sent a couple update pictures. I'm not even really trying. Other than training, like my diet is as much as I can eat. of clean food. I don't measure anything. My confidence is much higher and happier overall concerning, being lighter and more muscular. That's awesome, bro. I'll drink some kombucha to that. I love I do so much for my gut. I got to tell you guys, I'll put it in the comments section, but I actually got this great peptide company that I'm working with now because I loved it so much, and they've given me a coupon for 20% off. I don't want to like say it, but it is a great site. It is a great site. And if you put it in, you always have, let me see let me get this. Yeah, I'll put it in the comments when I'm done. So come back and get it. But I got my BPC 157. They have this gut health formula that's absolutely tremendous. And if you DM me on Instagram at Mark Global, and I'll get you that. I just don't want, YouTube to amino asylum my ass. So again, it is fantastic. They have a coupon code for 20% off. And again, I don't need to use this, but I like their stuff is amazing. Amazing. And they have lab assays if you request it for every batch. That explained it perfectly. Thank you, Greg. That day when you no longer have to Photoshop your gains. I need to learn Photoshop, my brother. That's how many muscles are sore. Brett's in the house. All right. I'm doing incline chest. Wish me luck. Well, good luck, my man. Good luck. Let me see if I can pull up another video for you guys. I thought there were a lot of good bangers in here. That I really, this is that one. Oh, here's one. You guys want to see? Let's put this one up.
Afford as much. I sell finished goods. For example, people can't afford 5 pounds of whey protein at a time now. We had to standardize the 2-pounders because people just can't afford to buy that much. So they'll just save up, wait for the paycheck to come in. They'd rather buy every 1 week to 2 weeks and budget then than buy a month in.
So this is why we moved to 2-pounders and did the 6-pound bundles. So if you get MTS Nutrition Machine Whey, you could buy 2-pounder, 3-pounder, or 6-pounder, and the 6-pounder comes out to less than what the 5-pound per pound cost used to be, but you get to mix and match flavors. That allows us to sell more because people simply cannot afford $110 for a 5-pound tub of whey because inflation and cost of goods sold have gone so high.
Advanced because people just don't have the expendable income. I know this from a micro standpoint, running multiple businesses that sell finished goods. At the end of the average household does not have as much expendable income.
Here we go.
This is my game. I love this game.
Let's create a fake product.
Yes.
I am so hype right now. Just like in this, I've never got a chance on Timcast to talk about business. And talking about business, that's what really gets my jimmies ruffled. That's what really gets me hyped, gets me excited. Second most exciting thing to coaching football. And I'm going to show you guys something selfishly later on about my son. That's the other thing that gets me excited. Gets me really excited. Like coaching is, I was telling my wife before this live, I'm like, I know I love coaching because I would pay to do it. I wouldn't just do it for free. I would pay to coach. That's how much I love coaching kids. I love it so much. Anyway, let's go.
It's called Mark Bar. Okay, you've got outright.
The Mark Bar. How about we do the Tim Bar? What if we did that? That'd be a great idea, Tim.
So now you launch Mark Bar. Good name.
I knocked off my own bar.
The Mark Bar. I don't think that would sell. I do think the Tim Bar would sell.
Costs you no, it's like a new version. It's like this one's got
No sugar.
Yeah, and it's got there you go. And so it costs $1 to make each bar. Mm-hmm. Then you've got and that's let's say it's everything, staffing, ingredient sourcing, and everything, $1. How much do you expect to sell that for? So then Walmart comes to you and says, we want a million bars at our stores. How so $1 million isn't going to get you. They're going to a little bit more for incidentals and things like that. Mm-hmm. How much would you need to sell that bar for?
To Walmart or to the consumer?
So Walmart's buying it, and Walmart's going to sell it, right?
Yeah, but we have the Walmart cost and then what their end price is, right?
That's what I just explained. So when we sell to Walmart, they have a fixed cost, and then they resell it, and they might ask for some deductions based on if they're running deals. And a lot of times that's called an EDLP.
Because they have to make money too.
Right.
By the way, guys, I'm really trying to impress you guys with my smartness here.
So generally speaking, depending on the discounts they want, the bar would end up selling between $2.99 and $3.50.
For you to sell to Walmart's. So when Walmart sells the bar after the fact, do you get a piece of that or no?
So Walmart would place a purchase order, pay us, then it's their inventory to sell.
Right. So here's where I'm going with this. Walmart says we want 1 million bars from you. It costs you $1 to make each bar. How much will you sell each bar to Walmart for?
So if they're selling, so it depends on what.
We don't know what Walmart's selling it for.
Okay. So their minimum cost would have to be between, I would say it would be, just doing the math top of my head, have to be at least $1.50 to $2.
So you would say, okay, so, you know, $1.5 to $2 million for me to complete this order.
And that's minimum, yes.
So then Walmart is thinking we have to sell this for at least $3, right? And then Kamala comes in and says, $3, that's too much. You can't sell this for more than $2.
That was a great Kamala impression, by the way, Tim. Great. Kamala. Wait, let's see where here we go. Sorry, I actually hit a button.
So then Walmart is thinking we have to sell this for at least $3, right? And then Kamala comes in and says, $3, that's too much. You can't sell this for more than $2.
We go out of business.
Exactly.
I just want to say that the reason I'm so bullish about America is because the 10th Amendment.
Yes, I am big on states' rights. Shout out to Libertarian Party, Michael Heiss, all those guys over there encourage me to get involved in my community. Those are great people.
Because you could live in states like Tennessee, states like West Virginia, and you're pretty good. Like you're shielded from a lot of things that happen in other states. So that's why I like it. I'm not threatening to move. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to Russia. Everybody's like, because I'm outspoken about sending money to foreign countries for war, Israel included. And by the way, if people don't know, I'm genetically Jewish.
Genetically Jewish. That means I had the foreskin cut off my schwanz.
Right? Like my mom's.
Actually, that's not genetic. That was a ritual. That was weird. I had it in the hospital though. I think. Did I? No, I think we had a moil. I don't remember. I blanked the circumcision part. I was 32 years old. Just kidding. It was right like the hospital.
Served in the IDF. My grandfather escaped Auschwitz. I don't think we should send any money to Israel.
I'm going to piss off a lot of Israelis here.
I don't think we should send any money to Ukraine.
Oh no, I made everybody mad.
And I'm outspoken about that. People are like, oh, you're a Putin sympathizer. No, I'm an American sympathizer. We're $34 trillion in debt. We should be sending money anywhere. That's like if I was broke and you needed money, so I borrowed money from Tim to give it to you. That would make no sense. I can't even feed my own kids. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, look, Putin's, I don't know if this is a PR ploy or if he's just saying it to rub it in that people might come to Russia. I don't know what his motive is.
Yeah, they're going to send you to Siberia.
So the topic we were talking about is Putin is offering 3-month visas to those seeking asylum from liberal countries. Just context.
And then you're going to be living in eternal winter or something.
It'd be like Rocky IV.
I think
Nobody got my Rocky IV joke. I expected a few laughs at that one.
it is to remind
By the way, Hannah Claire is awesome. I love her. She's great.
people in the West.
People are like, oh, did she interrupt you? I'm like, it's a circle. It's a round table conversation. We're all interrupting everybody.
Like their values are not as forward as you think they are. Like there are lots of ideologies that are present in Western and European countries right now that I actually think are antithetical to American values. And I think we have shifted away from the fact that like
People can't.
So there's that. Any questions on that one? I really like that one personally. I like every one of them, dude. I got so many clips I got to edit from this thing. Just need the time. Brett Hong again. Citrus quadrangularis for joints. So a lot of the original studies on Citrus quadrangularis were on hemorrhoid inflammation and it actually performed very well. I do like Cissus. I like it a lot. It was sold as a muscle building agent because some fractions of this, that, whatever, the hormone shit. No, you're not going to make gains from Cissus. I do love it in a joint formula, and I've formulated many of my joint formulas to have it. From Technatius, could always abuse HGH, get Palumboism, get Palumbo, and attack Palumbo with Palumboism. I don't know what that means, but I have the best followers in the world, best subscribers in the world. I hate the word followers. Subscribers. By the way, guys, please don't follow me, subscribe to me. Following's a weird word. It's very cultish. I'm your friend. I'm your ally. I'm your equal. I like these guys like my followers, my fans. Like, shut the fuck up. You have a YouTube channel. Kids on casein protein are just as strong as kids on whey. Oh, you're going after the Biden quote that black kids can be, wait, what is it? White, poor kids can be as successful as white kids or something. He said, yeah, that was crazy. This is good for injury help and to repair bone. I wouldn't go that far either. I would say that it is good anti-inflammatory. I'm not going to claim it's going to do anything. Again, if you message me on Instagram, I don't want to put it here. I know a great peptide site. I get 20% off. It's the one I use. BPC 157. I inject 200 micrograms twice a day. And I have this thumb. You guys remember my boxing story? Like I had to stop boxing at all because I have severe arthritis in my thumb from hitting it so much boxing because I suck at it. And I've been using that, and I haven't had to get cortisone in my thumb for a long time. So there's that. But you don't have to use it. If you want to go OTC, that's fine. But people always ask about that, and that's that. Let's see if there's one. I got a couple more clips. Let's see if we got one more. You see this, pull it up. Here's one. Let's see if we like this one.
Ever priced out product, like let's say gym bags? Have you ever priced it out, something like that, in the US and in China for the same product?
Oh, I have, yes.
It's $5 to probably $40.
Yeah.
Easily.
So we're putting skateboards together for the boonies. People are asking about like the skateboard we have behind Hannah Claire that says "Step on Snack and Find Out," and everybody wants one. We've got it's slightly redesigned. The boonies logo is updated, and so we're getting all American made stuff. Nice. And they have these, and you know what's really sad, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. We're talking to these manufacturers and they're like, we can do American made or we can do Chinese made. Yeah. And we're like, no, we're not going to go anywhere near Chinese made. We want American made. And they're like, well, we'll send you samples. You let us know what you think. We get these samples and a couple of them are just amazing. Chinese.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. The Chinese gym bags are better every time.
Yep.
Every time. They're better made, better quality. They'll last forever.
I did not expect that.
I was like, hey, which board is this one? Like, oh, that one's the China one. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They do good work.
We're going to do American made, and it's going to be $50 out the door, and we make $5 or something like that.
It's hard. Yeah, it's at the point now where, so we do the same thing with shaker cups. We get them American made, and a lot of times they're given away, but we're giving away, a GWP gift with purchase that could be $1.25, and instead it's $4.25, and that gift with purchase obviously takes away from our direct margin. So to do business as we try to do as much as humanly possible with everything, including ingredients, you're going to have a higher cost. So let's say you go on Amazon, you're looking up supplements. You go, oh, this one's cheaper. I can tell you why it's cheaper. They're using cheaper ingredients. So we kind of do need that oversight of some nature because the industry will not police itself. It just won't.
Mm-hmm. And talking about what Tim was talking about is that the economy being so bad, and people can't afford the extra $15, $30 for American made. We're going to have to keep buying from China and not buy from Americans.
It's an endless loop.
Yeah.
So when you can support businesses that are American, support businesses that represent your ideals, that'll actually reinvest in the economy, in the American economy.
But so the question then becomes, why do you want to buy American? And I can explain it. Because the extra money that it costs to make the skateboards in America are us funding what we want more than anything else.
Boom. What'd you guys think about that one? Any questions or any expanding on that? I would love to do it. I'll play one more and then I gotta go prep for my meeting. Let me remove that from studio. So let's get to a couple chats. See if there's any on Rumble. I'm not seeing Rumble. You're quiet today. What's up, Rumble? Wake up, Rumble. No, you guys want to ask some stuff. Okay. What do you think of Kratom for a pre-workout? So Mark Bell makes a Kratom Mind Bullet. It's fantastic. I don't really notice that much. I'll be real. I take Ambrosia Mental Jewels or Ambrosia Kinetic and I'm good to go. I really didn't get a lot. I do like it for some of its anti-inflammatory benefits, but maybe my brain is just not good. But it didn't do as much as I thought it would for the cost benefit. It's a really expensive ingredient. And no, I wouldn't put Kratom in my supplement lines because we wouldn't be able to sell it interstate. You'd be able to sell it locally, but I would not be able to ship it. PayPal would shut us down. Our credit card servers would shut us down. And I simply don't believe in it enough to do it. But I do like Kratom. Does that make sense? Like, support people like Mark Bell who sell a good kratom. That's not me. I'm not the guy. So I would highly recommend looking into someone like a Mark Bell who has it, but I'm not going to do that. It's not an industry I wish to partake in right now. That's not saying I'll never do it. It's just not today. Can you show us a bill of materials for these supplements? What bill of materials? You mean a COA? I mean, we could show you C of A's. I could show you NSFs. I could show you lab reports. I don't know what you want to see. But yeah, all of our supplements are made in NSF labs. So just there, you know that it's coming in, going out. And all of Ambrosia, including the new Planta bar that just went for sale at ambrosiacollective.com. We got banana maple French toast and chocolate caramel candy bar. By the way, save 10% on those at ambrosiacollective.com with coupon code Evening Rants. Coupon code Evening Rants. Again, Evening Rants at ambrosiacollective.com gets you 10% off. And then coupon code NEW, N-E-W, celebrating the new channel, gets you 10% off at tigerfitness.com. Vitamin Shoppe should have those bars at every location within the next week. So we're really excited about that. So I can show you a lot of things. How the price is distributed for each ingredient and how much packaging costs. I can give you a rundown of it, right? So let's say that you pay $1 for a bar, not a case, but a bar. Let's just round it. I'm not telling you that's the cost. $1 for the bar. Got to factor in, depending on quantities, like how big is the company? Wrapper could be about 5 cents. And then the box itself will come out to, be like 40 cents or 50 cents. So that'll come out to amortized bar, like, probably, 10 cents per bar, 5 to 10 cents. So that dollar becomes like $1.15, $1.20. You got to ship the bar to you, right? That adds more. You're shipping a lot. So depending on how much you ship, truckloads versus non-truckloads, how far it's going. What if your plant is in Ohio and your business in California? Then you got to ship it out to the retailer. A lot of time it's not FOB. You have to get it there. Some of them will pick up. Walmart actually uses their distribution model to pick it up and save money. But at the end of the day, I think that that's that. If there's a lot of money and then you factor in overhead, I have to factor that in. You have to amortize it for product. So you got insurance, you got building, you got employee. So each bar, you got to add 10%, right? So let's say you're at $1.20. I'm bringing it up already to like $1.40. And that's just to break even, right? So, and then Walmart's going to want to buy it for $1.60. I'm making pennies on the dollar. So the Sprouts version of Nectar is actually on ambrosiacollective.com. Let me go ahead and bring that up and show you. So if I go to Ambrosia, again, coupon code Evening Rants, that is Evening Rants, will get you 10% off the entire site. Let me go ahead and search. Okay, I'm going to bring this up on the screen and we can do this together. All right, we're going to do this together. Present, share screen. Let's see if there it is. Share. So you go to ambrosiacollective.com. Okay, search for NEKTAR. Boom. Okay, flavors. This is the Sprouts flavor. The pineapple mango is all natty. So the pineapple mango is, in fact, the Sprouts one. So if you get pineapple mango, that'll get you, let's see. That'll get you that flavor, okay? So pineapple mango is the Sprouts flavor, and it is available right now at ambrosiacollective.com. I'm not sure if we have that in stock right now. Let me check. Let me check that. Boom. Just going here. I love these lives, man. Yeah, so you would have to go to ambrosiacollective.com. Coupon code Evening Rants gets you 10% off. So I got time for one video, and then we will we'll answer the rest of the questions, then be out. All right. So present. See which one we have. Which one didn't we do? Oh, here's one.
We talked about this a little bit before we came on, but Republicans, it just seems to be the party of fitness.
I bet I can switch over right now to our tab with the DNC, and you will not be surprised by the way the person on the DNC looks. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All right,
do it.
let's get it.
Old white lady with
Oh no!
crazy
Wait. Okay, there's nobody there.
They're coming.
If you had clicked 10 seconds before, you would have nailed it.
Yeah, it was like some woman. Wait, someone's coming on.
All right.
I don't know. It's kind of neutral. I don't know who this guy is.
I mean, I can make fun of his weight, but that wouldn't be nice.
No, he
He's in the
seems, he
Arsenal
seems
Hall.
fairly average. He's a fairly average guy. Okay, so
Right before you said
right-
that, it was our like
Was
black
it?
glasses, blue giant earrings, like
Right,
librarian
right.
jacket.
No,
friend.
what was she? She was the attorney general in Minnesota. No, the lieutenant governor of Minnesota with the funny glasses going side. Yeah.
So,
That's what you'd expect.
so it was the 26. I think it was the 2016 conventions. It was Lacey Green, actually. If you guys remember Lacey Green, I don't know if she's still on YouTube these days, but she was talking about how at the RNC everybody's attractive, at the DNC not so much. Yeah. And apparently this wasn't super offensive to the left at the time, but if you bring this point up now, the left, they get really offended. And then what they do is there was this one segment I did a few years ago where I was talking about how Republicans are more attractive than liberals, scientifically, statistically, and all of these leftists, like the Young Turks and Majority Report, they were just like, oh yeah, well, Tim Pool's ugly. Look at him. And I was like, why are you insulting me for me bringing up a study that like the Washington Post reported on?
Yeah.
This is true. And this is the problem with the left. I'll tell you exactly what makes it easy for me to not want to be involved with these people is that they argue against their own arguments. Okay. So I'm literally making a segment where I'm like, if you go to the DNC, you see a bunch of short men, effeminate men, and fat women. And if you go to the RNC, you see slim, busty women, and you see tall, chiseled men with, like, they look like the Chad meme, right?
Yeah.
And it's not absolute. There are fat, ugly people at the RNC, and there's attractive people at the DNC too, but it's tendency. And the reason why has to do with individualism versus collectivism. If you are more attractive, either through working out and exercising, meaning you're into meritocracy, you've earned your appearance, or maybe you're just like naturally a good-looking man or woman. If you're better looking, you will go through life. It'll be a lot easier. People are going to want to be nicer to you. People are going to want to be around you. And this is going to afford you certain opportunities that you would not get if you were ugly. Thus, you'll say, if I can do it on my own, why can't anybody else? If you are a short, effeminate man and you're having a hard time getting through life because women don't want to talk to you and you're getting angry, you will fall into collectivist ideas like, we can't do it on our own. We need to band together to survive. And this is not my opinion. This is actually what the research shows, why you see this split between the Democratic Party for collectivism and the right for individualism and meritocracy. And they get really offended that you bring up quite literally the leftists' argument on privilege. I'm like, the left has been arguing about attraction and thin privilege for a decade. Yeah. The moment you bring it up, they call you ugly. And they're like, no, you're ugly. Well, I got news for you guys. Democrats are uglier. That's a fact.
Well, speaking of science, it is literally scientific. Science is very pretty much well established that conservative men have higher testosterone than Democrat men. They have actually done published studies on this. What do you think caused? Do you think the testosterone leads men to be conservative? Or do you think being conservative lends to testosterone? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, why are Democratic men...
Here you go. I just want to make sure I can pull this up so that
There it is.
Conservatives really are better looking, research says.
By the far-right outlet, the Washington Post.
Right, but it's exactly as I explained it. It's collectivists versus individualists. Anyway, continue.
Well, Democrat men, their voting patterns are much like women. It's directly correlated with their hormonal profiles, with their testosterone levels. I think it could be a lot of things. I think a lot of times you look at the hormonal system, the endocrine system in the body, it's all interrelated. So if someone goes out and they work out, they train, if you look at what's causing the low testosterone males, we could point to microplastics and we could point to whatever we want. There's a lot of things. If you look at the number one correlation, it's obesity. So if you're someone who works out, you're going to naturally have lower body fat. Lower body fat is extremely estrogenic. You're going to have higher testosterone. So that will tend to influence your voting patterns because you're going to start thinking like a man. So whereas Democrat men tend to vote like women, conservative men tend to vote like men. I'd hate to say it, but if you look at the maps, Democrat, like women voters, Democrat voters, and men, then you look at, okay, here's what happened for men vote. Like if you look at those conservative men, like they're going to have specific voting patterns. And I think you can boil it down to hormones. And a lot of it has to do with exercise, different sports they choose. Cernovich was talking the other day, like you go to a runner's club and they're all liberal. They're all Democrat. You go to a gym, a weight training gym, you're going to run into a lot of libertarians and conservatives. It just is what it is. Activity almost predicts where they're going to vote.
That's interesting. I do think that, I mean, obviously science backs this up, but men and women's brains function differently. So the balance of hormones is really important.
Yep.
And I think, you know, whether it's you start as conservative and therefore you have higher testosterone out of the bat, or you change your lifestyle and it, you know, balances your hormone in a more positive way. It is interesting how much health correlates with a change in lifestyle and often a change in voting patterns.
And like Tim said, meritocracy.
Wow. I didn't realize how awesome I did on that show, guys. Okay, got to go, but let's get to the rest of the chat, and then I got to go work, do my real job. I didn't put on this sexy-ass V-neck for nothing. Okay, from Nas94, are you a millionaire? Man, here's the thing. My financial thing's not even my business. Frankly, I don't know. My wife handles all the personal books. I just worry about the businesses. My wife will be, all I'll do is I'll send over like stock reports. Hey, the stock market's back up. Our 401k is not in the trash anymore. That's about it. All I know is this. I'm able to put my daughter through college, and I'm able to provide my kids with what they need. Not necessarily everything they want. Like my son wanted to buy a $400 bottle of cologne the other day. And I'm like, Thomas, please. I'm like, dude, no. Well, the sales lady said there's pheromones in it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He got sold on the pheromones, man. I'm all about pheromones, but I've never seen a dude like, man, you know, I got her because my pheromones was on point. Nah, dude, just keep lifting, keep winning wrestling meets. You'll find a girl. From Nanny Rezulbagu. Is it okay? Sorry, Nanny. Is it okay to drink whey concentrate post-workout because isolate is too expensive? I would say it's better. Whey concentrate has more microfractions in it, more immunity benefits. Whey concentrate is always superior, in my opinion. A lot of people disagree, but if you're looking at all the other benefits aside from macros, and also with MTS whey, you're getting very little carbs and fat. You want really low carb and fat? Go with chocolate or vanilla. Very low carbs and fat with MTS Nutrition Machine Whey. Coupon code NEW, NEW at tigerfitness.com. Or Ambrosia Planta. Again, that is very low in carbs and fat, and that is not even whey. But yeah, those are two great options. Yes, it's not just okay, it's superior. At a certain price point, it will just become cheaper to make your own whey and cheese from home. I guarantee you nobody's going to be fucking making whey and cheese at their house. And if they do, it's a very micro fraction. These are the people who build their own farms and harvest their own rainwater. Not many people are going to do. I'm not going to do that. I am now, okay, I'm not going to read that. Someone making fun of another person in the comments. We need more men like Andrew Tate and Trump. I think we need more men to have open discussion and higher testosterone. Democrat equals beta male. You said it, not me. Angelo Perez, this is based. I do not think God created women to serve men. I think we both serve a purpose in society, and we both have our biological roles in rearing children. Do you think Mike Lynch was killed and Yacht was drowned by HP and not Star? I have no idea. Anyway, guys, that's it. New channel at Lowblinder TV, youtube.com/@Lowblinder TV is up now. We have a new video dropping in 30 minutes at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're trying to get a new video out every day at that time. It is a great video, so go and subscribe now. Be sure to watch that video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel. Click on every notification bell. Comment, like, do everything that helps us build this out. But I'm going to see if I got a little ad to put up here at the end. So we have a little ending while I disconnect from this thing and it doesn't look so awkward when I say goodbye. So I'm going to pull up an ad. Really appreciate you guys. Appreciate everything. Really love the support we've gotten throughout the years. It is absolutely amazing to be a part of this community, to be a part of the YouTube community for so long. I'm really excited for the new channel. I think it's going to absolutely crush it. I think everybody is really excited to have me back in the algorithm. So with that being said, let me see. Let's go with this bad boy right here. Oh, cool. I like this one. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the ad. Have a great rest of your day.
fast for the health benefits, right? But you're afraid you'll lose muscle. You're afraid it'll affect your performance, not just physically, but mentally. What if I told you that we created a product that not only can be taken intra-workout to support your training, help you gain muscle, lose fat, and retain muscle, but I also have a product that helps you with hydration. And if you fast, is the perfect thing to drink during your fast to make sure that you retain all your muscle, get all the benefits of fasting, and even when you start eating, increases the power of your protein. Hydroglyph is here and it has changed the game.